Hello everyone, and we're playing some rank today. We'll play a complete new deck which is not in the meta. I got it from 1 minute, what his name is. He's a YouTuber. He's called Migs Hearthstone. It's M-I-G-S and Hearthstone. So check him out. It's all one word there, and he came up with this deck himself. We tried it out in the previous expansion. It was pretty good, but the way the meta shifted, it kind of fell out, but now it's back. So I've made my own adjustments to the deck. I think he also told me he adjusted the deck. I kind of see where he's going with the adjustments. I'm sticking with my slightly adjusted version. Let's see how it goes. At the moment, I think we've only lost one game, I think. So we've gone away from 7. Right.
I'm acting on instinct.
We've gone all the way from 7,600 legend all the way up to 6,100. So there we go. We've got the deck over here. And we've got 5 wins, 1 loss, which is really good. I like the idea of this into this. I'm definitely not keeping that. Rangori Scout, tracking. It's annoying if we find Niall. Niall is really... If you get Niall in the opening hand, it's really good. We're playing against a warrior. So I want to keep one biopod just in case he hams and we can't deal with the ham. And we lose our biopod, that's our win condition out the window. We'll keep this. This gives us options. Right. I'm yet to decide whether I want to keep the spirit bond or not. I've got one. I think. Oh goodness, we've got both of them. I think we keep the coin here. Let's see what we're playing against. Probably, yeah. I was going to say against the Starport deck.
Ready for dust offs.
All right. We could coin this out. Get a 3-2 rush. It's going to die to another one of the starships anyway. Alright. Let's just go on curve the best we can and work out from there. So now if she plays another minion, we can... Right, okay. That makes things even more awkward now. Alright, so let's go here. I don't think... Yeah, he's probably running the 1-mana spell which can just kill this, so...
These could belong to a
Let's
brand
get some value out of this now. Maybe get another tracking. 2 of these is pretty good. I believe he took out Ysera from his deck. I just think it's too important. Because it makes you get a couple of Terra Scale Stalkers. Plus, you know, Exodar, that's 7. Plus another 4 mana you need then to get a massive combo. I think we probably coin that biopod now. Make him think twice about killing this. We don't have anything at the moment which we can discover. Yeah, there you go. At least this counters what he's got on board. Okay. I think we go for tempo here. Just start building up a board. It could be that we can just kill him on turn 7. Okay. Wow. What does this do? Alright, that's really interesting. Very surprised he did that. That is stunning. Okay. We've got to take nail. Huh? Yeah, that's really good. Do we have to play it now? It's a 5-5, so if we get lucky, we might be able to snipe the 4-2.
Lush wilds and clear skies. This could be our home.
So 1 in 3 chance it's going to snipe the 4-2 here. And we got it, nice. It's risky because the other option was value trading the 3-2 into there. We would still have a 3-1 on board. That's nice, that works out nicely. He probably realizes he's on the clock now. It'd be nice to get... Ah, okay. That works out pretty well. We can always... Actually... Oh, how many cards does he have in hand? I've got 9. I can make him burn a card now. I should have done this first, but alright, order, whatever. Okay, we've got Exodar. Alright.
Job's done.
Just hope he doesn't rat us.
My hand is full.
Alright, it's not such a big loss. Okay.
These could belong to a brand new species.
Two Dorians. 2 Sasquatch looks
I wonder.
like it could be pretty strong.
Hidden findings.
Get an extra one of these from it.
Inhospitable.
Battle cruiser operational.
Okay, and if he kills this off, we get it back with Sasquatch, and then we discover and get another 2 of a certain card. So what sort of damage are we looking at now? Just a 4-4. Okay. So he loses the Divine Shield, which is nice, I guess. Right, let's discover something first. See if something good. Ooh. Oh. I wonder. Can we steal this? So we're going to get a full hand after this.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifact? I could.
It's a shame.
Hidden findings.
Your bones will make a fine addition to my collection.
Let's just play this as well then.
How long can you hold your breath?
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, if we had Dorian, we could pop off with that. I think we just hold here. Okay, let's see if the 1-2 survives here. Right. And it survives! Whoa! He's probably going to kill it anyway, but we'll see, we'll see. So I want to play this and this next turn and probably discover.
Ready for dust off.
That's it. Lovely. That's brilliant.
Liberation.
So what are we looking at now? We've got 10 damage. 10 damage. And we can trigger it twice. But there's 2 biopods. So we can trigger it 4 times. So it's going to do 40 damage. So we trade that. One's gonna hit here. And 30 down. He's gonna go down to 13. Still not good enough. Okay, let's see if we can. Okay,
Who could put a price on such
let's see if we can steal a.
I could.
Oh, perfect.
Heirloom finding.
This does damage. Yeah. Okay. Play this. It's risky playing this now. I don't want to risk overdrawing. Alright. Okay.
Hand is full.
Okay. So he's gonna kill this eventually. He's had enough of it. Interesting. He's doing it like that, is he? Is he gonna discover something now? Wow. Alright. Well, that is absolutely crazy. He should. Thank you very much. Now I've got I've got something which can kill something for free now. Now 1 minute. Let's work this out. Is this lethal? 17 damage. 42 minus 17. That's 25. 25. Oh, 25 plus 34.
Thank you, friend.
This is lethal. Look at this. Out of nowhere lethal. And we're going to use the attack. Deal damage. And because it's going to get rid of his all the armor procs there. And this is lethal. We had another 34 damage if we needed it. We just had to wait another turn. Very nice. Wow, this is actually a really strong deck, I think. It's one of these decks which I feel very uncomfortable playing. I thought, ooh, can it survive? Will it have the damage? It always seems to have the damage in the end. And I had a game where I was dirty ratted out of the universe, basically. I lost my Ceaseless Expanse. I lost the Exodar even. I still managed to do ridiculous amounts of damage. So if you, in the meta at the moment, at least in Legend, the meta is slow enough that a ridiculous OTK deck like this can thrive. And it's got enough control to survive as well.
Versus Rexa.
Right, Token Hunter.
Call of the wild.
I'll make my own fortune.
Right. A very interesting card in the deck is Puppet Master Dorian. I find it really hard to use it. I mean, the idea is you play it turn 7 with maybe, or turn 6 even, but turn 7 you play it with a Rigorous Scout and use your hero power to discover. Do we go for value next turn?
What are you waiting for?
I think we just discover her.
Track lead this way.
Oh, we might need this. If it's a token deck. Yeah, it's a Zerglin deck. Alright, so this works perfectly for it. We've got to be careful because they're going to have Viper, which could cheat out minis, which generally I want them to do. We've got to be careful if we get our... Right, okay. Right. Now, if he decides to trade into this, kill it off. Does he want to destroy his board? Don't know. Whatever he plays now, we've got to follow up with this or with this. should be okay. It's definitely aggro deck we're looking at here. It's the token hunter. So we are under a lot of pressure here because our deck is not geared for this sort of onslaught which we might be facing. Interesting. Oh. That walks perfectly into my setup here. Can't complain. He's gonna try buffing up this board now. Play this next. How much is he going? Well, maybe if I killed the Zerglings, maybe because they're going to get. They get 2/2 now. 2, 4, 3, 6, 9, 12. And this is going to get killed. This is going to get run over. Maybe we have to tempo this out. Yeah.
These could belong to a brand new species.
I think we have to tempo it out just to survive. Just give him a bit of a distraction. Unless he's got Spirit Bomb. Okay, that absorbed a bit of damage, so that's a 1/2 which healed me effectively. Now, the thing is here, we could actually just generate our, what's it called? Yeah, here we go. That's what we were waiting for. That's 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, we could get rid of 3, 6, 9 and then put 2 taunts up. Eesh. I mean, Kerrigan's not online for another turn. I think we have to risk it here. I mean, if they don't have a way of removing it. Okay, this looks good. If we manage to get this and this down, then we're just going to launch a Starship. We could do it now. We get 22 armor from it now. I guess there's nothing wrong with that. It's not as if we've got the bipods in it that we're losing damage. Okay. Okay. Look at 10. It's not looking good here. I can't see how we can get through all this. 16. This absorbs 11. This absorbs 15. This is 15. We look at 15, goes into here. 11. So look at 5 plus these 2. I'm going to go up to 7. He's going to get 5 damage. That's still lethal. This doesn't help. Let's just hope he messes up somehow. Oh well. I'm basically dead. If he trades the 5 and the 2 3s in, Then I go up to 7 health. Interesting. That's 3 damage instead. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. That's close. Yeah. Didn't have the ideal start there. Would have wanted to have a biopod to help control the board a bit better there. Yeah, it's a shame. I think we were very close to surviving that. If we were going second and we had that position, the coin would have made such a difference in a lot of those turns there. Okay. This could be another fast deck. Could be a slow one. Do we keep this, all that? Tracking. Okay. See what he opens with. Oh, yeah, they've got the Russia. Yeah, we're not going to do anything here. We're going to try discoverings with the Rangari Scout here. We could. Right. Alright, let's just
These could belong to a brand new species.
don't stall too much here. Perfect. 2 biopods. Nice. So if we get 3 biopods, that could be a board clear. Let's see, he's got 3 minions on board. We use Terran Scale Stalker to do 10 damage to 3 different minions. It's going to be tricky against the Starship though. We've got Dorians. If we had Nael next turn, that would be perfect. We could maybe play both biopods next turn. And turn 5 we could even Dorian with a Discover for Nael. Could get Ceaseless Expanse. You know, a 0 cost 1/1 Ceaseless Expanse. See what's he doing here. Why is he thinking so much?
Hurry up!
Well, if he doesn't attack, then I'm going to coin out this. And I'm going to steal his Starship pieces. Oh, looks like he's gone AFK. Yeah, definitely doing that now.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifact? I could.
Okay. Get that.
Hurry up!
Looks like we've got a free win here. Hopefully, be nice if we did. Okay. Put this here.
There is time for prey and time for action.
I don't want that, thank you.
I won. Get one.
Yeah, my hand's gonna be too full if I do that. 3 Librams, wow, okay. So I hit the 4-2. This is going to be some genius play for me, like trading with the 4-2 here. No! Okay, hit the wrong one. Never mind. No discovers at the moment. This is unfortunate. I can't just snipe both of them here.
Buy one, get one for
Alright, let's just put everything on her.
Now is the time!
Don't want him to get to play Husk and start getting extra health. Ah, maybe we should have waited. There's a misplay there. Should have waited for turn 6 to play this. Then I could have duplicated it with Sasquatch. I don't know. Well, I can do it now. I'll do this. So I get an extra biopod from this. Because I don't want to start killing off my own board. There's no neat way of doing this.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, this. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no good way of doing it. Yeah, I need some tracking or Nael here. If these all die, then I might have lethal already next turn. Let's have a look. Well, I play Sasquatch. I play Sasquatch next turn. Okay, that's going to guarantee. That could be very useful. Ooh, okay. Okay, what do we have here? We've got 24 damage with this now. We've got 32 damage. If we play this now, we can have 10, 10, 10, 10. So this is going to go 1. I think this is lethal. I don't think it waits for the other thing to go. All right, let's go for it. We'll find out.
Weakness betrays you.
Good, yeah, that's it. Yeah, because it doesn't summon the minion until next. Wow. Okay. Beautiful. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, got level 75. We'll check that out now. Okay. You see, these games just feel a bit uncomfortable. It's like in that game we lost, and this game is like, oh, if you don't get Nael, you kind of like are hoping for top decks quite a lot. Any way of improving your card draw here? No, not really. Got 2 bird watchings, 2 trackings, and Goro Scout if you've got one of them. We've got Nael. Grifter. Card draw. This is card draw. I don't know. It's interesting. It's just the feel of the deck feels awkward, but it's just very good. It just works. Yeah, so let's have a look at the deck quickly. Let's get a new epic. Get to reroll the epic. Come on, give me my reroll, please. What? No reroll? Oh, I guess I don't have this one yet. Oh, that's a shame. All right, and it's just gold to the end, and yep, almost reached enough gold for the new mini set, which is coming out tomorrow, I think. Is it tomorrow or is it in a couple of weeks? I'm still not sure, but I'm saving up my gold just in case. So let's have a look at the deck. Yeah, so this is his new updated one for anyone who's interested. I'm going to put the link of his channel in the description there. So he's used to have the old version, which I played until basically today or yesterday, had this card in it. Get a copy of the last channel you played, so you could play your Rengari Scott with a bit more liberally. Even if you lose it, you can get another one back. So you get 3 Rengari Scots, which is a clever idea. But this is a bit more streamlined, and yeah, the Dimensional Call wasn't in there in his original deck, and he had Cubicle as one of the cards here, and he had the dragon, the Ysera aspect, whatever it's called. What's it called? Emerald aspect. I like this card a lot. It can be really good if you draw it with Puppet Master Dorian, so it's a nice idea. Death Roll's a really good card. I almost survived a rogue. The one game I lost, not on this, not recorded, because I've lost 2 games with this deck now. The other one was against a rogue, and death rolling his 8/8 Exarch, whatever, which does 8 damage each turn to your face, and 2 AoE to your minions. Very good hard removal there, and it wiped out his board at the same time. We almost won that game as well. And what else did he have in there? Right, and he put 2 Spirit Bonds in. Right, so this, I'm not 100% convinced Spirit Bonds the right card for controlling the early game. We've not seen that many aggro decks. I mean, that it would, yeah. In that game we lost to the Hunter, Spirit Bond would have been very useful there, but you got to actually draw it as well. Anyway, so this is my version. I see we've got the dragon here. We've got Death Roll. We've only got 1 Spirit Bond. I'm not keen. I want a different option from Spirit Bond. Maybe put an explosive trap in, maybe. Explosive trap can be very good against token boards. I'm actually going to do that. Seems strange playing explosive trap, but it's also got this very small side benefit of dealing damage to their face as well. Yes, I mean, this is good in anti-aggro token deck. The Hunter or the Rogue. If it hits into the explosive trap, then the 4 health minions will be sniperable with laser barrage. Maybe we'll try that. We'll try explosive trap. Okay. Anyway, right. So, so okay. I think the deck I'm going to give you is the one I just played, though. So if you can make that swap out yourself. So the deck code is not going to be with the explosive trap. But that's what I'm just deciding now. Okay. So the idea of the deck is build your starship. We've got Biopod. The death rattle is deal damage equal to this minion's attack to a random enemy. Of course, when this dies, it'll do the 2 damage. But of course, the more important aspect of it is it's a starship piece, and you can get a very big starship with 15, maybe even 20 damage. If you get lucky with the Rangori Scout giving you extra starship pieces or extra biopods are even better. So the way this works, if you've got 2 biopods in your starship, it'll do the damage of the starship 2 times over. So it'll randomly hit, let's say you've got a starship of 2 biopods, which is a 4/4. When it dies, it will do 4 damage to a random enemy. It could be face, could be to a minion. And then once that's done, it'll do it again. As you saw, perfect example at the end of that game against the Death Knight, we killed off a Death Rattle minion, but the Death Rattle didn't resolve itself until we finished our Death Rattle, which is doing all the damage. So if you get theoretically 8 biopods, then this will clear the board completely from the enemy's board, and one of them will definitely go face, theoretically, assuming there's no divine shields or anything like that. Okay, so but how do we 2 damage, 4 damage is not so much, but that's why we've got all these other pieces. So we've got Dimensional Core in the new updated version. It's another 2 damage. And we've got Specimen Claw, which is a really nice card. It's good against stalling minion-based decks which don't use spells to get on board, which doesn't seem to be the thing at the moment. It seems that people use spells to summon minions, so this doesn't quite have the right effect there. It's a nice card, and it gives you a lot of health. Now the health is important, we're going to see with Exodar in certain circumstances. And we've got Arcanite Defense Crystal, which is now, it used to be a 3/6, I think, and then down to 3/4. Now it's a 4/5, which means even though it's a bit slower, it's got a bit more health, and it's got more attack, which means more damage for our starship. Once you've built it, then we've got the Exodar. The Exodar's got 3 options there. If you've got a lot of health, which is the nice thing about Specimen Claw, is you get double the armor of the starship's health. So let's say we've got a starship of 20 health, which we can easily get if we played quite a lot of starship pieces. That's 40 armor. Or the one which we tend to do is offensive formation. This usually has a double advantage of giving extra damage on our turn. We generally want to play the Exodar and then trigger it straight away, the Death Rattle with Terran Stalker. Always remember the number of biopods you've got in the actual starship, because that's actually a very critical aspect of your calculation. Because if you've got 2 biopods, then you can do damage twice. If you've got 1, then it's obviously not so good. If you've got 3, then just this extra 2 mana can do huge amounts of damage. And if you've got 2 Terra Scale Stalkers, you can do all that damage a second time if you've got enough mana. So, for example, if you get a 1 mana version of this, let's say reduce the cost of your hand with the Grifter Amulet, which reduces the cost of your hand, or if you get a 1 cost drawing the Stalker with Puppet Master Dorian, they could do this even without your Sarah or without a coin. You just do Exodar and for 7 mana and another 3 mana for the 2 Terra Scale Stalkers, which if you've got a decent sized ship, even 10 attack, it'll almost always be lethal. That's what I've found in all my games so far. Right, but the advantage of if you could do this whole combo by playing a 5 mana, just launching a starship without the Exodar, by the way. It's just the offensive formation can help you clear the board. So let's say you've got like a 10 attack starship, they've got a few tokens, and you really don't want your massive 10 damage to be hitting like a 1 health minion or a 2-3 health minion. So you want to get rid of those before you trigger the biopods or the Starship's death rattle. So you do this, wipe out their board, except for even except for 1 or 2 minions. That's fine, as long as it's not like a full board. Then your biopod's just gonna fizzle. You know, it's just gonna lose all its lethality, because it's just going to be hitting minions as opposed to hitting face, which is what you want to do. So do that. Then 1, 2 minions left. Then you can trigger your starship, starship's death rattle with Terran Scale Stalker. Hopefully you got maybe 1 or 2 of them if you need to, and hopefully in an ideal situation you'll have at least 3 biopods. So you're talking about 10 damage 6 times over. So 2 would go onto the minions, and you get an extra 40 damage going face, for example. Okay, that's the idea of the win condition of the deck. And you've got cards like Sasquatch. Like an ideal turn would be turn 6 play 2 biopods, and turn 7 just Sasquatch, so you get an extra 2 biopods. I think we did something like that in one of the games just now. We do have quite a bit of armor with the Arcanite Defense Crystal, but as for healing, we've got 12. You know, we've got a 12 sort of stat dump of healing with the Ziliacs, which could heal you up even more. So very often I find that I'm low health, but I've got quite a bit of armor in these games, especially if you had to use your Exodar to give yourself armor. So you might have like a 3 health with like a 30 armor or something like that, which is vulnerable to the leeches. So, you know, it's a nice little bonus to actually heal up yourself as well and help you survive until you can get your combo down. Usually around turn 10 you're going to get the combo down. It could be as early as turn 5 or 6, I think. 6 or 7 is the earliest I've done it. It's when they haven't been doing much on board. You've been building up your biopods, and you might have got Nael and got 2 or 3 biopods already. And you just launch your ship and coin out Stalker, and they're just dead turn 6. I think you can't get it faster than turn 6. Theoretically you can, but realistically turn 6 is the absolute earliest. But usually it happens around turn 10, 11, 12. That's when your combo's almost always going to be online, based on the number of cards you draw. With tracking, the amount of cards you've got on the deck, you're going to draw through most of your deck by turn 10 or 12, which means you're going to have your combo set up already. Ceaseless Expanse, unfortunately 125 mana instead of 100 makes a massive difference. But you can, yeah, so if you're going really late, let's say against an attrition deck, that we beat what's it called, Warlock, the one which plays the Wheel of Death. There's a Wheel Warlock, which they get huge amounts of armor in that deck. So yeah, so then you can just use this to clear their board for 0, and then your Exodar and your Terran Scale Stalkers go only face. So you got that massive amount of burst there. It could do like easily over 100 damage if you've got all the pieces together. If everything's only going face, you can in a long game you can consistently get 15-20 attack with about 3-4 biopods. So 1 Terran Scale Stalker is going to be 80 damage, and then a second one will be another 80. You're talking about huge amounts of damage here. Not even Death Knight can survive that sort of burst. What else do we have here? Right, so Puppet Master Dorian. I'm still very dubious about this card. I'd love to have stats on it, but this is not a meta deck, so we don't have any stats on how useful Puppet Master Dorian is. It feels good when you do manage to play it, and then you do a tracking, and then Nael, sort of the hero power. So you draw two minions out of it, and you get 2/1/1 copies out of it. I think when you play the biopod, it's played as a 1-1, but I think it's converted to a 2-2 once it's in the Starship. Because it's just you get a 1-1 copy, but it's essentially a 1-1 copy of the 2-2 biopod if you draw it with Dorian. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I have to see how it could be a win more card. That's what I'm a bit worried about. In that case, take it out, put another explosive trap in, or put 2 spirit bonds, whatever the other card was, for a bit more control. I don't think it's necessary, but I do like it. But maybe my emotions are clouding my judgment here, because it's such a fun card to play when you actually get to play it. Death Roll, we said, just very good hard removal, and the secondary effect is so powerful. It's like a massive swipe, basically. Like Druid's got like 4 damage and 1 damage AoE. This is like, can be like 10 damage and 10 damage AoE, but split randomly amongst enemies. The Death Roll could be really good for clearing the board, and then you can play your combo possibly if you've got enough mana. Because we've got a lot of Discover cards. Rangari Scout's fantastic. You can get 2 biopods from it for the price of 1. So after you discover a card, get a copy of it, and which works really well with Niall. Replace your hero power with tracking. Discover cards from your deck. So every turn you get to discover a card, which is really, really useful for this deck, because you can basically adapt to whatever the situation is. You need removal, 1 mana. You're very likely to get the card you're looking for, because it's a 1 in 3. You get a choice of 3, so it's a 1 in 10 chance you're going to hit the card you're looking for, assuming that you've got 30 cards in deck, which you don't have. So it's more like a 1 in 8, 1 in 7, 1 in 6 chance of getting a card you need. And if it's one of the cards which got 2 of them, then it's a 2 in 6 chance, etc. So having a tracking on hand every turn is incredible value. So always keep Niall in your opening hand. I would keep Biopods, Dimensional Core. I'd keep Rangari Scout if I've got something like bird watching or trackings to get a bit of early card draw going, get the ball rolling. I generally, and I might keep Specimen Claw. I definitely wouldn't keep Stalker. I'd keep Laser Barrage if I know him against an aggro deck, similarly with Explosive Trap. Yeah, and also remember, Rangari Scout works with any Discover, so you get 2 amulets, but you don't get to discover twice. You get to discover an amulet once, and you get 2 of those amulets, so that's really good. And also discover minion from the deck with the Xavius, you know how that works. Sasquatch, we said, it replays minions but without the battle cry. So if you want to replay biopods or any of your starship pieces, Sasquatch's a very good way of doing it. Or if you want to play Rangari Scout and you've got enough mana and you want to do a few discovers and you're worried it's going to get killed, so don't worry, Sasquatch will bring that back as well, and you can do, let's say, another couple of discovers next turn. That usually give you so much value. Puppet Master Dorian, you want to use this with tracking or with the Niall hero power. Most importantly, bird watching, because that guarantees you a minion. So that minion, so 7 mana combo, Dorian into bird watching, you're guaranteed a 1/1 version of a minion. I never thought about that. You could get 2 Exodars. So you can Exodar once, get all the pieces in your deck. If you don't win just from the sheer size of your minion, then you can just play all the... If you do crew transport, get copies of all starship pieces, set the cost to 1, so you could do that all over again, and then Exodar again for the damage. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so getting 2 Exodus could be very good, especially if it's 1 mana. That make your combo very easy to pull off. Your Sarah will be one of the best cards to draw with Dorian, because you just play 1 mana and you gain three mana crystals, and you've got your hand tends to get very full, especially if you've got Nael early. To discovering each turn, you're filling up your hand quite a lot. So to get that extra 3 mana, and remember, you play 1 mana to refresh 3 mana crystals, which means that you're actually gaining mana by playing the 1 mana Ysera. Grifter, just adapt. Sometimes you need card draw, sometimes you need healing. Sometimes you want to steal one of the minions from the opponent, like we did one of the games there, stealing the opponent's Starship pieces, which helped us win that game. And I think that's it, basically. I like to get if I get Rangari's Scout, I do like to take an extra Terrascale Stalker, because having 3 of them as opposed to 2, or having 2 as opposed to 1 and not having to wait for the second one, can just give you so many more options of lethal earlier than you would have otherwise. Right. Grifter, yeah. You just adapt the Grifter. And of course, because we're discovering loads of times, Alien Encounters is very good, which can be really powerful with Rangari's Scout. If you discover Alien Encounters against an aggro deck, they just stall them for 2/4 taunts are not easy to get through for most aggro decks. Yeah, some control decks can get rid of it easily, but you won't be under so much pressure against them. Okay, and that's basically this deck. Yeah, hope you enjoy it, and of course, again, thanks to what's his name again? To Migs Hearthstone. Check his channel out. I'll put his link to his channel in the description. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this deck and do well with it. And as we say, we've got at the moment we've got a 78% win rate, 7 wins, 2 losses. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.